Hello everybody, Dibz here, and welcome to the next episode of OverVODs Analyze. We're going to be analyzing some Ana gameplay today, and as you all know, usually whenever I play support, I like to play Ana quite a bit. I think she is my strongest healer aside from Zenyatta, and so yeah, usually I do offensive heroes such as Tracer, a Widowmaker, Genji as well. But you know, let's change it up a little bit today. Let's get some Ana analysis going in. We're gonna be looking at Yungbungus today. He is currently in the Platinum level, so around 25 to 3000 SR. Yeah, let's just get right down to it and see what happens in this game of Route 66. So he's gonna be starting off on attack, and yeah, actually he has the golden gun as well, so we can see that he does play a lot of Ana, quite a bit. Usually, you know, of course, those who get the golden weapon for a certain hero means they play that hero quite a bit, right? Alright, so pushing up the payload. She's in the tunnel. Nothing really special going here. So he does have his mic on at the same time, so you can hear his callouts and stuff. Yeah, good usage of a grenade since everybody needs it. Good decent sleep as well. Right, let's see what's going on here. I really like his positioning here, actually. Positioning right here is very important. We're not only going to talk about his mistakes, we're going to talk about what is being done correctly here. Now, this is a good spot to stay as Ana because of the fact that you can find cover very easily. You can back towards the left here if you need to, especially if there's a lot of offensive heroes up here, where being at players is Reinhardt. If they start looking at you, you can just back off and just retreat. And also you have line of sight of your teammate and also the enemy team. It's a really good position to hold. That's the kind of what you want to do when it comes to positioning as Ana. Be in an area where you have vision of your team and also a little bit of line of sight of the enemy team in case you need to throw anti-grenades like that. Very, very strong anti-grenade from him. It's also very nice for you to talk about antis and when your team, when you have them on the enemy team, because of the fact is that when you throw your anti, the enemy team usually doesn't have a lot of healing that they can do on their team, and allows you to kind of be a little bit more offensive and tell your team to push in. But right here, there's something to do with the sleep darts that I think could have been done a little bit better. Of course, you see the Reinhardt being charged, right? So it's very easy for you to get a sleep dart on the Reinhardt because he's going a linear path. But instead of doing it on the Reinhardt, you definitely could have just used it on the Ana right here on the right side. Sleeping the Ana would be a more vital target than sleeping the Reinhardt because of the fact is that the Reinhardt is being attacked by your own Reinhardt, and he's going to be woken up for sure. And if you sleep the Ana right here, I think this Reinhardt might be in a lot more trouble than he is right now. He probably would have died here. Ryan, we got you. Right, so he was being healed up by the Ana. So try to, I think, instead of trying to go for targets that are easy to sleep, try to go for targets that are a little bit more effective and that you can get the most out of when it comes to sleeping. Sleeping healers on the enemy team is very, very strong. Very, very strong, I think. Alright. Oh, you got a nice sleep there too. Not bad. Pretty good sleep darts so far. Alright. But yeah, sleep targets that have more effectiveness rather than just easy targets, I think. Would be very nice. Okay, grenade. That should be a free kill. Good grenade on this armor because of the fact that she has a health pack. Nice. Someone's on gas station, Lucia. So the awareness is actually very good right here. I'm talking about where people are, where your enemies are, right? Talking about who to pick. Okay, so you have no cooldowns at the moment. Being a little bit aggressive here. And kind of ignoring the D.Va and also the Lucio right here. I do believe that you did have your grenade and also your sleep dart up. So right here, there's a D.Va onto your left side right here. You have both cooldowns up. And there is a Lucio right here as well. You can definitely throw a grenade right here in front of everybody. Get two people in there, and also you can heal yourself as well. Or you can sleep one of these targets as well. I think you were very focused on healing your team, which is good though. But the thing is, yeah, that was a decent anti as well. Not too bad. But then at that point though, they were full health, so I don't know if they actually really needed the grenade. But the grenade did kind of help because then they were purple. Wait, your teammates are purple, and so is their team. So both teammates are purple. So that grenade was actually ineffective because of the fact that the Ana up here threw her grenade on your teammates. So I would say, I mean, you saw a pretty good opportunity right here. Throw your grenade on these two. Maybe you can easily take them out. Put one to sleep, so they can't get back in the mech. Right. So I think the timing was, very, very, very close. Basically, her nade went down right before yours, so that was unfortunate. Yeah, I would say it's good to focus on your team for sure. But if you see a good opportunity to sleep the enemy team or throw a grenade on them, then I think you should take that chance, right? She can't heal. A decent nade. for your teammate and also the tracer. Alright, so it looks like your team is kind of scattered all over the place right now. I think right here would be a good time to kind of back up. Yeah, you got a tracer on you. Calling out for helps. That's pretty good too. Always want to let your team know whenever you're taking a lot of damage. And repositioning yourself kind of like in the back line right here is very good. Staying in this tunnel is nice as well. You don't have line of sight of a lot of people or the enemy, right? So they can't really see you as much. That's very good. Good positioning so far, I think. And it looks like you guys are going to take the spot. Decent grenade on the Reinhardt. Ooh. Okay, that's a good sleep dart as well. Very, very nice for you to do that. Especially when the Reinhardt puts down his hammer down. He's obviously going to be very aggressive, right? So it's good to kind of get a sleep.
She's on both supports.
So I see that you are actually trying to use your unscope or trying to shoot while you're not scoped, which is okay. It's fine. But it's kind of inaccurate at times because of the fact that it is not a hit scan, right? If you aim while you are shooting, then it shoots instantly where your target is. If you don't, if you shoot from your hip, then it takes time for it to go to a target, and sometimes it can't be so accurate. So as you can see right here, you're actually missing quite a bit of your shots, which is...
Hey, tracer behind us, guys. She's on both
it happens sometimes. But I think you can actually scope in really quickly, and you can shoot your target. You can scope, shoot, if you really need to, or you can stay scoped because of the fact that the only reason why you wouldn't want to stay scoped is if you're trying not to reveal your location. Because whenever you stay scoped, there's this purple line that comes out to the enemy and that reveals your location. And that's pretty much the only downside of it. But at this point, it was just you, the Tracer, and the Mercy, and you were missing quite a bit of your shots. I would say, yeah, just do that. Scope in, left and right. It'd be a little bit more accurate than missing the Mercy. It's basically a better quality of life. It wouldn't be the end of the game if the Tracer got your Mercy, but you know, it's good to always try to get your target whenever you can. I don't actually see you scoping in a lot most of the times. You kind of like to shoot from your hip, which is completely fine. Everybody has their own type, but I just find scoping in to be a little bit more accurate.
Oh, Sombra's left side.
Alright, getting a grenade on her. I would honestly just try to sleep dart instead. I would try to sleep dart first. Sleep darting would be a lot more effective than throwing your nade there because she can teleport out of it, right?
She's in the tunnel somewhere.
Right, people getting healed. I would definitely just try to leave this Tracer alone. Stick with your team, to be honest, because the fact is that the Tracer is so far behind. She's kind of distracting you from the rest of your team, and you have your tanks and your DPS to kind of take care of her if you need to. So your positioning was a little bit too far back. I would honestly be at the top right. You can either be on the high ground here, right? There are cliffs in the background right here, right? This is actually a very strong position for you to hold right here because of the fact that the enemy team is right here in the front on the payload. The only way for them to get to you is to actually go all the way around to the side, or they have to flank. If they come down, if you're down here actually, they could just go up here and they just jump down and they can just get onto you. Positioning with Anna at this point could have been a little bit better, I think. High ground is always really nice for you to keep, especially if they have a Pharah. If they have a Pharah, then you, of course, you are closer to the Pharah. You can deal a little bit more damage, or you can get some good sleeps on the Pharah the closer you are. So typically, as Anna, I like to hold high ground. And in case you are in trouble and your team isn't up in high ground, you can just jump down. And that was a nice sleep dart. Very, very nice sleep dart.
Whatever that is.
But yeah, like right here, you're on the payload. You're very open in the area right here. Like, you can get attacked from all locations. There's a Sombra up here, she can get high ground on top of you, and they can come from this flank here and all over the place, right? So it's very dangerous for you to kind of be out in the open. I find that positioning as Anna, you'd be a little bit farther back. It's tough to say because of the fact is that you don't have that many people on the payload. But as an Anna, I typically don't like to be so far into the battle, especially if you don't have that many people with you. If you have like your entire team here, sure, fine, it's good to stick with your team. But everybody is just kind of like, you have 2 people on the payload. I don't know where the rest of your team is. You have 1 here, and they're kind of all over the place, and you're easy to get flanked.
Pharah's behind us. Oh, never mind, I didn't get her. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I would actually go up here and go up the top of the stairs, right here. Just go up to where they are, kind of just climb up here on this ledge. And just stand up here. This is a very good spot. You have good vision of the enemy team, and also you have good vision of your own team. And it allows you to kind of just reposition yourself more easily if you need to.
That's good.
Yeah, I think positioning for Anna is probably the most important thing. I mean, of course, aiming. You have to aim, of course, right? But that just comes over time. Oh, what the heck? Good anti-nade as well. And honestly, it's kind of weird that the enemy team is pushing up here. It's like they're jumping
Shatter, so
onto the point when you already
above,
when you have it already. You guys should just honestly be just pushing the point, but
You should be. You should.
yeah, they're being super
Fair,
aggressive,
fair,
being
fair.
super aggressive here. Not bad, not bad. All right, looks like you're able to wipe them. And at this point, you have 3 people here. If you have 3 people on the point as Anna, you shouldn't be on the point. I don't think. You definitely shouldn't be on the point. Because the thing is, okay, that's good. Yeah, staying back there is decent. Anna is really good at peeling off herself. Basically peeling off. If you have a flanker on you, you can sleeper. You can grenade her. You can make that person.
She's hacked.
You know, basically get off of you. If you have a tracer on your sleeper, and you can fend off yourself. So it's good for you to kind of be in the back line. But if you have multiple people around you, then you start getting into trouble. Right? That's kind of why you want to be away from the battle and not kind of in the front lines if you don't have to. But right there, if you see a Samba was right here, right next to you. I don't know if getting that close to her would be really, really good because of the fact is that she can just teleport out of there again, like I said. She can hack you. If you give her any kind of chance to hack you, you're pretty much dead if your Sombra knows what she's doing. So I wouldn't try to battle a Sombra 1v1. Sombra is one of those heroes where she can Q you if she gets a hack off. And if she does it, then you're pretty much screwed. Right?
She's hacked. Or not hacked. She's anti.
Honestly, yeah, it's just, I think it's good for you to 1v1 if you need to. If you need to 1v1 them, sure. But being aggressive against somebody in the backline, if you don't have to, is not, I don't think that's a very good idea. Right, like right here, you're going against a Pharah, going into this room. You didn't really need to, because that health pack is hacked already, right? Like right here, you don't want to be in this room. You don't have a health pack. They have a health pack. And I think you're slightly a little bit aggressive on those who are in your back line. I would say if you are alone by yourself, sure, you can 1v1 a hero. You can 1v1 somebody. But if you're near your teammates, I would say try not to be so aggressive and try not to take that fight if you don't have to. You're DPSing a lot as Anna. A little bit too much than normal. It's kind of funny because in the very beginning of the match, you were a little bit less offensive and you were more defensive and healing your teammates. And now it's getting a little bit more aggressive. So the style changed a little bit, I feel like.
It's good.
It's kind of good to have a good balance in between. Be a little bit aggressive, be a little bit defensive when you need to.
Anti.
That was a decent grenade on the Reaper.
He was up top.
Not too bad. And your Reinhardt got a little bit aggressive. I'm not too sure if you could have done anything about that. Maybe if you were looking at him, you could have healed him when he was charging in, but it wasn't really entirely your fault, I don't think. Maybe a nano on him would have been okay to keep him alive a little bit longer.
Oh, she ate my grenade.
Yeah, that grenade was a little bit of a waste. You kind of don't want to be wasting your grenade as much as you can. It has a long cooldown, and it's also very important for you to keep it for emergencies when you need to heal yourself or your teammates. There was a Reinhardt and also a Diva, right? So I guess you didn't know, but then most likely, the Reinhardt would be able to put a shield up. The Diva ate it. It's kind of dangerous. You want to be pretty sure that you're gonna get the effectiveness out of your Anna or your grenade, right? Whenever you use it, you don't want to be tossing it in like your sleep guard as well.
Nice.
So try to make sure that you don't just throw your abilities around. They're very strong, but if you don't use them correctly, and there comes a situation where you actually need it, you're just gonna die. Right? Those are what make Anna's survivability, make her really survivable, increase her survivability. Right? And if you don't have it, you're pretty much screwed. All right, so you're pretty close up again, and being very offensive with your grenade as well. A little too aggressive, I think.
Nice, guys.
But you guys were able to take it though.
Good shit.
Decent round. You guys got 12 seconds left. Yeah, I feel just a little bit too aggressive when it comes to being an Anna. I mean, it's okay for you to do so every now and then, but it's quite dangerous. But yeah, we'll see how it goes on defense. See how it goes. Not a bad round though, not too bad. And we'll see how it goes on attack. All right, so now we are on defense. Let's see how this goes. It could be really dangerous if you are too aggressive on defense because of the fact is that they're pushing into you, and if you don't have your defensive cooldowns, then you're pretty much screwed. All right, this is a good position as well.
Whoa.
Nice for you to hold it up here.
That bitch is anti.
So in case you guys don't know, I did say it a little bit earlier during the analysis. If you shoot from your hip, there is no there is no indication of where your location is. Basically, your shot is a projectile and nobody sees where it's coming from. However, if you are zoomed in, they can see exactly where it's coming from and they can pinpoint your location very easily. So if you're in a high location and you're trying to hide your spot, you're trying to hide your area, you don't want to be sniping, especially if you don't need to right at this point, right? Because everybody's easy to shoot, everybody's within range. You can just shoot from your hip and just keep spamming them. And yeah, if you don't show your location, it's very nice, right? Because the flankers won't be able to know where you are. They won't be able to just like jump on you right away. Right? But right now, if you need those kind of pinpoint accuracy shots like that, then it's good for you to kind of scope in if you need to. Back it up, back it up. Definitely need to back it up right now. Tank is down. And there's not much you could have done with the Ryan, who was very aggressive, right? He pushed up all the way pretty far. You gotta heal your teammates. Nice, okay.
Reaper's on...
Yeah, I think you definitely use your grenade very liberally. A little bit too much. Your teammates were very close to dying. Yeah, and he's dead right now. If you saved your grenade, did you actually need to use a grenade back there? It's actually kind of glitchy. This spot is slightly glitchy. Right here. Yeah, you actually didn't even need to use a grenade right there. Because then right here,
gas station.
If you take a look at it, the Mercy was already healing that target right here. Right? So, to be honest, I find that using your grenade is only good if you like need it as a last resort. When you want to heal your team, you can actually shoot them. You don't need to use a grenade. Using your grenade is only good if your entire team, like if you have like a big group of people all grouped up together and you need to heal them all at once. But this is only one person, right? You have a Mercy also on your teammate, and you can honestly just heal them with your shots. It's not really needed. Yeah, when it comes to healing your own teammates, it should be in emergencies. Like right here, it's kind of close because your Reinhardt's taking a lot of damage, and he kind of needs the healing, rather than the McCree that was kind of in a safe area, right? That's what the heck. Very glitchy, but it's all good. We still know what's going on.
Right to the right or left.
That's good too. Yeah, using your grenade on yourself when you need to, and also at the same time when dealing damage to the enemy. You're a little bit too aggressive again as well. I would be underneath the... Yeah, you're in the middle of the payload.
That was really
I mean...
That was kind of bad for...
Yeah, I know you're trying to contest, but it's kind of scary, you know?
Mercy's in the gas
I mean, I think
there.
at this point it would be considered lost. You should just tell your team to back up. You should just tell your team to back up at this point. Especially when it's just you and the Junkrat and the Zard. Yeah, your Ryan is actually going towards the back. It's kind of... Don't know where... I actually don't know where he's going. Kind of all over the place, but you should be right here. If I could relocate, I would just be right here in this hallway right here, just shooting and shooting. And because the thing is, if people try to chase after you, you can lure them back into the tunnel and you can throw a grenade, or you can use your sleep dart in an enclosed area. That's probably the best place for you to use it. And yeah, that's what I think. Using your grenade on the
that was really fucking...
the Zarya ult, which is good. It's good. Because of the fact is that, you know, whenever they have a Zarya ult, and you pop your grenade in, nobody can heal in it. They can't heal through it. It's very nice for you to do so.
Okay, that was stupid of them. They have the point.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Everybody just popped their ults when they didn't really need to. So it's all good. But right now you're holding high ground, which is very nice. Very good holding high ground here. I do agree with this position as well. You just gotta make sure you keep eyes on people who are flanking towards the tunnel. Doesn't look like anybody's doing so though. Yeah, and throwing your grenades like that, I would not do that at all. Because right now you need heals, right? Imagine if the Mercy wasn't on you, you might have been dead already because you had no grenade. So try not to use your grenade as liberally as possible. Because if you think about it, well, what happened if you popped your grenade on the enemy team right here, right? Okay, so you popped your grenade on them, so what? Right? They have no healing. They have a shield, they have a diva. You know, it would last for 6 seconds, and it wouldn't do anything. You would get some charge, but sure, that doesn't really do much. You put yourself in a very dangerous situation, and you're basically relying on the Mercy to come back and heal you. If she doesn't, you're dead.
On the walkway. Guys, we gotta contest the point.
Only make sure that you need to use your grenade in situations where it will save you or your teammates.
Nice.
And honestly, right, that was kind of weird. That was weird.
Nice.
Right here, you see your Mercy being attacked by the Reaper. You could honestly be healing the Reaper or healing the Mercy right here at this point, or you can put a sleep dart on the Reaper. Not too sure what you were looking at.
Nice.
You were trying to damage him. You could have just put a sleep on him, but then your Mercy just died right here. I think awareness, social, situational awareness would be a little bit better. Could be a little bit better here. To be honest, I think this was just a small mistake. You definitely could have healed the Mercy. You might have been paying attention to something else. But usually you would want to keep your Mercy alive. If she is flying around all over the place, she most likely is taking a little bit of damage. I would consider your opposite healer to be a prime target for you to heal, because without another healer, it would be really difficult for you to keep everybody up, right? So try to focus a little bit on healing your other healers as well. Your tanks didn't really need that much healing.
Behind us still. You
didn't really need to be doing that much damage as well. But yeah, you like to be in the midst of everything. It's very dangerous. Try to be a little bit safe. I would be right here in this situation. I would be in this room right here. These two doorways, I would just stick my butt in there and just heal. Just heal from everybody on the outside. Because if everybody tries to dive on you, you are in an enclosed area. And playing against an Ana in an enclosed area is very dangerous. It's kind of like going into a room with Junkrat Ana. You don't want to be in there. Because she can sleep you. Or I mean, Ana can sleep you, she can grenade you, and it's a world of hell for you if you try to 1v1 an Ana in a small room. Like right here, right now, that'd be good. Right? But I felt like that was a little bit late. That was a little bit late. And your team pretty much just died. A little weird res. Interesting res. Because they already had the point.
Okay, well, they wasted.
It's all good though, no worries. Grenading yourself. When you sleep. Oh, aw, you didn't get it. Damn. It's bad. It's okay. So repositioning yourself feels good.
Keep hitting it, keep hitting it.
Alright, so your team looks like... Looks like your team wants to flank it up. Interesting. Kind of weird for you to give up the point or the top high ground. Right here, I don't think you need to do a... I don't think you needed to give up your high ground here. You can actually stay up here and just snipe your teammates. And you can also snipe the enemy team from up here. You don't have to jump down, because if you jump down, what would happen if they all rushed you? You'd be in a really, really bad situation. Because that's what they should have done. So like once you jump down, the enemy team should be like, okay, let's get on this Ana, she's alone in the back. And just kill her and then just push the point. Because you guys would be down 2 healers right now. You're down at Mercy right now. And if they took you out instantly, you'd be dead. And they can just push the point for free. And it wasn't...
Soldier.
Okay. Well, the D.Va didn't actually leave you, right? Your team was actually going underneath, right? So right here, you see that your team was going underneath right here. Your Reaper is going to the right side, and your D.Va is going towards the right. You should honestly be following your team. Your team shouldn't be following you as Ana. Your Ana does not lead the way. So it should be you following them instead of them trying to like cover you all the time.
D.Va, where'd you go? You left me, god fucking damn it.
Yeah. Definitely not his fault, but it's okay. Alright, coming out of the spawn. You almost have your ult. Right there, if you don't have vision of your team, you can throw your grenade on him because he's super low and you can't really see him, right? Right now would be a good time for you to throw your nade against the wall. Right? Don't know if you would have saved them, but it would have been worth the effort to try to do so. If you don't, basically if your target is out of line of sight and you can't shoot them, use your grenade instead for the extra AoE heal. That would help a lot. So when I really talk about the effectiveness of using Sleep Dart, it's very important for you to use it only when you are able to get picks. Whenever your team is able to follow up and kill that target, it's good for you to use it, or if you're trying to stop an ultimate. Those are the two things that you want to save your cooldowns for. It's good that you got a sleep on the Reinhardt here, but then your team wasn't really able to kind of like back up or back you up and take out that target. Right? He put his shield up. Your team wasn't able to follow up. He's still getting healed, and it's just like it's kind of a wasted cooldown, right? When in fact you needed it here with the Reaper. Of course, it's good to see in hindsight. It's easy to see in hindsight, but typically you normally don't want to be using your Sleep Dart on targets if it's not really needed. Try to keep it for emergencies whenever you are getting 1v1 by somebody in the back line, or if you need to Sleep Dart somebody who is ulting like a Pharah or a Reaper. Right? Don't just throw it around. Try to keep it for those tight situations in which you need to survive. That's what I think. It's you kind of feel the pressure to kind of just sleep people as much as you can. It's not always the case, right? It's not always the case. There's a lot of situations here in this game where you could have used a Sleep Dart later to save yourself or your team. And I think just be a little bit less aggressive on it when it happens. So I think this is when you... Did you get rezzed here? No, you're coming up from the spawn. Okay, so this is the death after getting Death Blossomed. Coming through. And sleeping the Reinhardt again. I guess that was okay. It's not too bad. Because then he actually didn't even need to. You could have just grenaded him. Did you nade him? Yeah, honestly, yeah, you could have just naded him and killed him. Look at how much life he has. So right here, if once you come out of the spawn, you see this Reinhardt charging through. And if you take a look at how much life he only has like 5 bars right there. That's very, very little life. You don't have to use your sleep dart on him. It's basically a waste. You honestly could have just shot him and then just use your grenade. And then once you pop your grenade on him, just shoot him one more time and he just dies. I find that sleeping him was kind of a waste of a cooldown. There's a lot of different things when it comes to using your cooldowns that could be a little bit more effective. You don't need to use it. And being a little bit aggressive here at the same time. So right here, slightly aggressive. Your Reinhardt died because of the fact that you were busy shooting the enemy team instead of healing your Reinhardt. Right now, there's a lot of people here, right? You have 3 people on your Reinhardt. And that grenade, right, was kind of wasted on that D.Va as well. The D.Va was knocked down. You didn't really need to use a grenade on her. She was knocked down. You could have just shot her to death as well. So it seems very tempting to just throw your grenade and your sleep dart whenever you want. So don't, in this situation, don't do it. Don't do it. You could have saved it for these 2 actually. These 2 targets were low, and also it would have been able to heal your Reinhardt at the same time. That was a juicier grenade that you could have used to keep your team up, instead of just using it on just one healer or one DPS. Right? And also he would have survived here, I think. Yeah, he would have survived that. He's taking a lot of damage. But yeah, be a little bit more.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Big anti.
That's what happens.
Oh fuck me.
Unfortunate. If you kept your round alive, that probably would have been a little bit more different. You would have been able to survive a little bit more. But yeah, usually when it comes to single target, it's not worth it to waste a grenade on them unless they are trying to 1v1 you and you are in a dangerous situation and it's the only way for you to survive. Try to be a little bit more careful about your cooldowns whenever you use them. Don't throw them around as much. I think that I've said that a lot. I've said that enough. But that's probably the main end point of this analysis. Saving cooldowns and not throwing them around as much as you can. You'll find yourself being able to survive a lot more situations if you're more careful about them. Usually. That's what I think. That's what makes Ana so powerful, is her cooldowns. If you have them always with you, for the right situations, you'll survive so much more, to be honest. She's kind of crazy if you think about it. She can 1v1 almost everybody. She can almost 1v1 everybody.
You are aware of the Roadhog changes, right?
But you guys are on attack. A little bit in the midst of battle again. Being... Oh, very scary, very scary. Alright. Oh, yeah, but stick back. Step back. Yeah. And that happens too. Yeah. Being in a position, like if you are within that kind of situation, like stuff happens like that. You know, you get random shots at you that you may not even know. Like you have like rockets coming in, and if you're on the payload, that's where all the damage is being done. And it just happens, right? So that's the dangerous part of playing on the payload, especially as a healer.
Okay.
Put your positioning a little bit farther back. Like that point where you were before at the ledge, on the first time around, that was actually a very good spot. You should stay there a little bit more often when you're on this point. It'll probably save you a lot. You probably wouldn't have gotten Lucio booped. Would have saved you a lot.
Reaper's behind.
Would have been a good. It would have been a decent sleep on the Mercy, but she was already being shot down by your team. Alright, so at this point, you definitely do want to be playing on the payload because it's overtime, right? Now is a different situation. Now it's a different situation.
Oh, I thought I slept her.
It's very important for you to kind of stick on the payload at this point.
I'm hacked. I have ult, but I'm hacked.
Alright, so you got 3 people. It's good to keep track of how many people are on the payload. Yeah. Little bit of language here, but I try to skip it. It's all good. But it looks like you guys are pushing it. You guys got rezzed, apparently, right?
Standpoint. Okay, good. Thank
you guys got rezzed. Not too sure why you would ult the Roadhog. Normally you would want to ult the Reinhardt. I don't know if that was a misclick. Let me check. Yeah, definitely not a misclick. You should be ulting the Reinhardt. Roadhog did get his changes, for sure. But I just think that Reinhardt is a much better person to ult. Because it allows him to get his shatter a lot more quickly. If he's dealing damage, right? Roadhog's ult isn't really important when it comes to this. Shatter is like a game-changing ult
Okay, good.
that he needs to get really quickly.
Hey, Sombra's behind us. Sombra's behind us.
So, Alright, you guys are pushing it. Not bad, not bad. You're diving up in the Dibz face. But like, imagine what would happen if there was a McCree coming on the corner, right? You don't know if there's a McCree. You didn't check. Nobody checked. You didn't push tab or anything. But imagine a McCree was here. What would happen if you got flashed? You would just die instantly. Okay, so you're slightly aggressive. Slightly aggressive with your Ana. Anybody can be popping around every corner. You always gotta be careful. Always gotta be careful. And your sleep dart as well. You can definitely be sleeping the D.Va as well. So use your cooldowns a little bit more safely.
Nice. D.Va's almost out of mech.
Okay.
Reinhardt.
Ooh, got shattered. Rip. Nice, not bad. That was an okay time to use it, because then you were low already, right? You were trying to save yourself.
Sombra's in this tunnel.
And also deal damage to the Reinhardt at the same time. So that was an okay. That was a good self-saving grenade.
You're still around it.
Even though it was aggressive. There are times to be aggressive with the grenade, and there are times where you shouldn't be, right? Alright, you guys are on the point, not too bad.
That's so lame, we didn't get any more time.
At this point, since you guys already have 5 people, I would not be on the point. I don't know what the heck, what's this guy doing? Wait, what? There's a Sombra here. But this
oh my god, what? And Reaper's behind us now.
Okay, that was that was weird. Your team definitely shouldn't be back here. Just,
oh my god, and Reaper.
There is a Reaper and a Sombra. The McCree definitely shouldn't be in the back line. He should be on the point trying to protect the payload. You have 2 people here, not really doing much for the payload on the enemy team, right? If both of you guys were on the payload, or at least defending it, it would be 5v, it would be a 6v4, and your team would just automatically just push the payload super easily, right? There's no point for him to be here. At that point, I would be like, McCree, what are you doing back here? Please get on the point. I mean, be nice about it, right? Ask him. Like, hey, we need to be pushing the point. There's no point for us to be here. Trying to get the Sombra back here. I would just ditch him, to be honest. Like if he wants to die.
Oh my god, and Reaper's behind us.
If people are making mistakes, it's not really your responsibility to go there and try to fix them, especially if you are an Ana. If you're Zarya, for sure. Zarya is a different story because of the fact is that you can bubble them, you can save them really easily. Yeah, that's kind of a thing. It got you killed. Basically, trying to follow up and heal your McCree got you killed. Try to be in a safer situation. Don't
just fuck them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, like you said. Exactly. Yeah, you don't care about them. You don't need to be back there. You don't need to be back there. That's what you want to be saying. Exactly. Just tell them to get out of there. Don't be back there. There's no need to be in everybody's face.
Oh fuck me! You jumped in the way.
All right. Well, okay. So one thing that you can do, I mean, obviously, it happens a lot, right? You nano boost somebody that kind of just jumps in the way. Yeah, there really isn't a strategy on how to nano boost somebody that you're not supposed to nano boost, because sometimes people jump in the way, right? That's usually what happens. But usually, if there is a healer around, I tend not to nano boost if there is a healer here. I'll wait until the healer is somewhere else, and then I'll nano boost somebody. So in case I do nano boost somebody, it's not mistakenly the healer. Of course, it's probably kind of like just like a reflex, right? So.
Oh,
but still, again, it looks like you're trying to nano the Roadhog. Roadhog is probably not somebody you want to nano. Probably not somebody. You want to nano the Reinhardt as much as possible. Or even the McCree. The McCree is our next to you as well.
He's still behind us. Okay. Reaper is behind us.
Okay, so positioning yourself on the safe side. You want to back up here. Back up. You don't want to be here in the middle of everybody. Stay back. Nice. Ooh, you got the good sleep on the Reaper. Very nice for you to do so.
You have no heals.
Yeah, that was kind of difficult. You got a good sleep. I think going back into the cubby would have saved you a little longer again. So back here in this cubby. Very, very nice spot for you to hold as a support. Right here, in this room. Try to use that a little bit more. Most maps have these little tiny cubbies that you can shoot from. Staying in there and drawing the people into the room with you is very, very nice. Allows you to trap them with you, get your grenades on them, and also your sleep darts if you need to. Alright, so on defense, this is actually pretty good. The positioning, right? This is actually a pretty good position. Instead of staying up here on the sign, it's a very popular place to hold on defense. Or you can hold here as well. If you hold here, it allows you to shoot with your scope, right? Because the thing is, if you shoot from here with your scope, nobody can actually see the line. Nobody knows where you're shooting from. But if you're up here on the sign, people can see it from that location because it's going to be within their view, right? So it just makes it so that you're a little bit more safe here.
I'll heal Ryan.
This is actually a very nice spot. I like this spot more. I like this more than sticking on the top. It really depends on the situation though, because if you think about it, if everybody was holding up on here, if your entire team was here, then yes, I would be with the entire team. But since your team is kind of split up all over the place, this is a good spot for you to hold. Because if everybody is up there, right? If everybody on your team is up on the sign and you're out here by yourself, they can easily go onto the flank and take you out because nobody is distracting them in the front. But since your team is already in the front distracting them, this is actually a good spot. So just make sure that if next time your team holds up here, don't be out here alone because you're by yourself. It's very dangerous. I would be close to the team if your team is grouped up. Because most of the time their team is going to be running dive and they're all going to dive on you. And you need to be up there with your team to hold up there. But I'm not too sure. At Platinum, people don't...
I'm reloading.
Some people hold up there, some people don't. It depends on the situation. But if you're like Masters or higher, almost every game, everybody's going to be holding up at the sign. Almost every game. But like, just for future reference, once you get to Masters, yeah, holding up there is where you want to be.
Fuck out of that tunnel. Oh shit.
Alright, looks like the Sombra's in there. Don't want to be up in there. DPSing again.
Okay, she can't heal. She's still lower tunnel.
Kinda want to be up on the top right now. Yeah, a little bit dangerous to be out there. You're out in the open again. Don't be out in the open if you don't have to. There's a perfect timing for you to actually get to the high ground. Right here, when your Symmetra is down, there really isn't anybody that needs healing here, right? You can use the time here because the enemy team is trying to group up and push. Just walk towards the back, get towards the top, go on to the top of the gas station, reposition yourself, and you'll be okay with it. Because right here, yeah, like you're out in the open, you have nowhere to run really, and you can just get soloed by the Sombra very, very quickly. She did get killed, but like you're in a very scary situation. Oh man.
Oh shit, back in this.
Well, that was scary. Surprising actually. Nice. High ground. I would get up high ground. Ooh.
Nice.
Tight situation. Get up high ground here and right now. You don't need to be down on the ground right now. You have much higher chance of being targeted if you're down here than up here. So this is good. Yeah, okay, this is good.
That's Dibz, I think.
So your team composition is pretty decent. I didn't really talk about composition as much, but Ana Mercy is pretty strong. I do believe that it's one of the strongest comps at the moment, especially if you're running the standard comp on defense. On attack, not as much, right? Not as much.
Dibz up top.
It really helps, especially if you are playing a Pharah, so you can help heal the Mercy when she's flying up in the air. Very, very strong.
Dibz by sign. Dibz behind sign.
Interesting. Okay, so at this point, you know that the Diva was slept, right? You slept the Diva for sure. I would just ditch this spot. Since you told your team that the Diva was sleeping up here and nobody's really coming to help you, just get out of there. Right? I mean, it doesn't really make any sense for you to kind of still be up here because you know the Diva knows where you are, right? Yeah, nobody's coming to help you, so I would say just get into the better position and try to save yourself. Nice. In the midst of battle again. So you see that you're... Okay, yeah, you're definitely good. The good thing about Ana and Mercy when you have Pharmacy is because it's really good when your Pharah is taking a lot of damage, and also when your Mercy is taking a lot of damage, because most of the time when people shut down Pharmacy, it's because they are able to kill the Mercy. Throughout this entire game, I didn't really see you focus too much on the Pharmacy, but it's really important for you to do so. Pharmacy is really strong at the moment, and when they start to get countered, if you can actually keep the Mercy alive, or both of them alive, it's very, very strong. Because if one of them dies, then Pharmacy is dead, right? The effectiveness is super low. So try to focus a little bit more on the Pharmacy if you can. But at that point, you did see the Mercy or the Pharah asking for help, and you turned around to heal her, which is good.
That Ryan is slipped.
People think that since the Mercy is pocketing the Pharah, that you shouldn't pay attention to them. It's important for you to at least take a look every now and then to see how the Mercy is doing. Grenade! Oh, no, it's on cooldown. Yep. So, one more time. About the grenade usage. A little bit too aggressive. He didn't need it at this point. Right? He was actually... Your Reinhardt was actually full health. He didn't need it at all. Right here, right? Look at him. He has 3 bars taken off of him, and also you're healing him at the same time. So, don't grenade somebody unless they're below health, half health is what I would say. Because right now he's taking a little bit of damage, just a little bit, right? But his healing wore off and he's taking a lot of damage now. And if you had your grenade here at this point, it would boost him all the way back up and he'd be alive. Yeah. Main thing, again,
we have a minute to
only use your grenade in emergencies.
Just die.
Or if you see a really good situation to make the enemy team purple and your team can follow.
Almost have nano again, that's good.
Those are the two most important times for you to use your grenade.
For sure.
Alright, so let's actually take a look at what they got. Let's take a look at what they got. This might change how you position yourself. So they don't really have a dive comp here. So if the enemy team is running a big dive comp, it's dangerous for you to be alone. It's very dangerous for you to be alone because of the fact is that if you're on your own, the Genji, Tracer, and also Winston can jump on you instantly and you'd probably just die. But right here, you see that they're running Reaper, Soldier, and also Samba, and it really doesn't matter too much if you're by yourself. You can kind of take them one-on-one. Like if a Samba comes onto you and she starts hacking you, you can throw your grenade on yourself, keep yourself alive a little bit, and sleep one of them, right? So I would say stick farther back against this team right here. Right? They're not running dive. They're running kind of standard, and you don't want to be in the middle of all the battle. There's a lot of damage going on. There's a lot of close damage. So keep your distance, I would say. It's really nice for you to kind of figure out whether or not you need to be within range of your team, or if you can be a little bit alone. Being alone by yourself can sometimes be really good, right? You don't get picked off very easily. People can't see where you are, and you're giving up high ground when you don't need to. Right here, stick high ground.
I have nano.
Always stick high ground if you can. Very strong location for you to do so. Because right now it allows you to see this Mercy on this top ledge right here. There's a Mercy up here. And right now you can't see her because of the fact is that you're on the ground. If you're high ground here, you can shoot her and you keep her alive. So high ground is very important to keep whenever you are playing Ana. For sure.
Nice.
Ooh, again.
Go, res. Nice.
Being saved by the Mercy res. Ooh, it was kind of a questionable ult. Very questionable ult. Because you know that everybody's shooting her, right? I would honestly just keep her alive as much as possible instead of ulting her. Yeah, basically it's kind of like if you're a Mercy, right? If you are a Mercy and you are in a Pharah is ulting, you want to keep your healing on her as much as possible because you know that everybody's going to be looking towards her and most likely she's going to be taking damage, right? So keep your healing on the Pharah whenever she does her boost or whenever she does her ult. 30% of how much damage Pharah does isn't really going to do much because she does a lot of damage already. Most likely she's going to kill the target if she sees it or if it's within line of sight, right? So focus on trying to heal the Pharah rather than just like nano boosting or increasing the amount of damage she puts out. But then the D.Va was in the way for sure, but it's just like, you know, if your heal went off on her, it would have been a lot better. Alright, so you got a lot of people on the point. I see that you're contesting the point by yourself, which is good. It's better than nobody else contesting it, right? Because your entire team is pretty much dead. And you're trying your best to contest the point. So it's understandable that you're here. But once your team is on here, just back up. Just back up. You don't need to be here at this point right here. Right? So right here, it's a different situation. Right here, it's just you. It's you and the McCree here on the point. And now you see the Reinhardt. Back up, go up the stairs, keep going up the stairs. Get range from you on the payload. Super dangerous for you to be here.
Oh my god, we can do this. Kill Mercy, kill Mercy, kill Mercy. I slept her. Do it.
Alright, looks like you guys did it.
Oh my god, boys, we did it.
And that is GG.
Woo, that TP and...
So yeah, not a bad game overall. I think the main thing when it comes down to it is the idea of positioning and using your cooldowns to the point where use them only if you need to. Like I said, Ana's grenades and sleep are super effective, but they have a really big cooldown. If you get caught off guard without any of them, you're dead. And it happened a lot during this game. So I would say one of the most important things, aside from positioning at high ground and not being amidst the battle if you don't have to, is to be a little bit more aware of your cooldowns. Only use them if you have to. If you see a lot of people playing Ana, they don't just throw their grenades wherever. It's very, like, each grenade you see is very precise, and you always wonder, like, how the heck do they always get their grenades off, or how come they always, you know, get their sleep darts on point. It's because they know the situation and they are very accurate with when it needs to be done. And it's always really amazing because it's always like the most important situations, right? You don't see them randomly throwing it and they get a lucky sleep dart because they never randomly throw it. And that's the main thing about it when it comes to Ana. Good Ana players usually focus on exactly when it needs to be done, and they do it at that point. For me, when I play Ana, if I know a team is going to be able to follow up, if we're running dive, and I get a good grenade, then the team can jump in and definitely do damage to it. But your team wasn't really doing dive at this point. Your team was running standard, and getting a lucky grenade on the enemy team isn't really going to do much for you if your team can't follow up. So, like I said, if you're running a dive comp, sure, that can help you a lot because your team can follow up and just jump on that target and kill them. But if you're running standard, you're not going to really be able to do much with that. So it depends, just focus on the situation, see whether or not it's really worth it for you to use those cooldowns, and I think you'll be in a lot better position. But overall, not too bad. Your positioning was okay, not too bad. It could have been better. Mainly for your positioning, stick high ground, and don't be on the point if you don't have to. You do not want to be in the middle of battle. Her range is what makes her super powerful. Right? You can snipe from all over the place. You can snipe from high ground, you can snipe from lower ground, you can snipe from even like places where people don't see you normally, right? So try to make your positions a little bit better. But aside from that, not too bad. Yungbungus, let's give him a round of applause. Doing pretty good overall on this game. Platinum, I think with overtime, if you have better positioning, you can definitely make your way into Diamond and Masters. Not too bad overall. But yeah, give a round for Yungbungus. Definitely brave of him to submit his own gameplay. And yeah, those are basically the main points. I went over the general points that you can work on, and they will definitely help you out. Be more careful, focus on your cooldowns and your positioning. And other than that, that's going to be about it for this one. Just want to say thank you again for submitting your own gameplay. If you want to submit your own gameplay, you can submit it at dibzgaming@hotmail.com. I do really appreciate the raw file. Basically allow me to download it so that I can just like click through it as much as I want, like this, left and right, you know, so I don't have to watch it on YouTube. Makes it much easier for me, and I don't have to worry about buffering and all that. So send it to dibzgaming@hotmail.com, and I typically like to have 720p or higher. If it's a little bit glitchy, it's fine. You know, it doesn't really matter too much as long as I don't really miss any important points. But I am actually doing a point system on my stream, where if you're actually on my stream, you can submit 10,000 points. You get those points by being on my stream and talking, and also rouletting as well. But those, I'm going to be doing those submissions ahead of those that are submitted without the points. A little bit more, just to let you guys know. So if you guys want to have an advantage of getting yours selected, come onto the stream. You can catch my stream at twitch.tv/d1bz. Get those points, submit your own VOD through those points, and I'll put yours ahead of everybody else's. But yeah, that's going to be about it for this one. Just want to say thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.